Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday, Wednesday even. Wednesday, that's the day. Wednesday the 2nd of March. So let's have a look at these markets. Let's firstly look at the risk events that are happening today. Let's just get the calendar here and let's just click on today would be good. Just so we can see what's happening. There we go. So today we've already seen the Aussie GDP disappoint slightly there. Side of that, we've got European flash estimates. These can create a bit of volatility, but not significant normally. Important number, I guess, it's become important, is this ADP figure, which is as useful as a chocolate teapot when it comes to working out what's going to be the case on Friday, but a lot of people still seem to trade to it. So again, it was absolutely rubbish years ago and for years, and all of a sudden people have taken more notice of it, even though it's wrong most of the time. 80% of the time it's wrong. Anyway, aside of that, we've got OPEC meetings running today, which will be interesting to see what happens, the outcome of those, obviously on the effective price on oil and the production of oil. Bank of Canada rate statement out later, so I expect some volatility around that, and we've got the Fed Chair Powell testifying later in front of the it's a semi-annual monetary policy report before the House Financial Services Committee. Gripping. But it could create volatility, particularly in the current stage of things. There may be things said there which will be a bit more detail than what we've already seen, so watch out for the volatility around 3 o'clock. Normally the statements come out earlier, but at the beginning. Crude oil inventories then at 3:30, so plenty to keep oil moving today. Let's then have a look at the currencies first. Major currencies, looking then. Morning super hands. What's happening here? Breaking down on the euro. It was a bit of a gradual old move yesterday, but the 8 o'clock bar decided it's just staying in my little old regression channel range at the moment. It's looking to try and break out the bottom. There's no significance on the bottom line effectively. It often gets broken. The tops tend to provide better resistance, and anyway, it's broken out of those levels now. It's looking a tad on the soft side. There's arguably some divergence around these lows here and an untouched daily pivot, so maybe off the trend there. Break of that trend could see it running back towards that. It's already down into its daily S2 now. Okay, it moved quite a large amount yesterday, but we might just find it consolidate around this area a little bit more. So yeah, I'll have to wait for that one. Cable provided me a nice short yesterday. It's running soft. Actually, Euro gave me a nice one as well, automatically. But cable here, bearish bar yesterday. May see a continuation through, or more of a continuation. Already started breaking down. We are at some key lows here though, and we're seeing already a response. Another move down towards that might see it rolling through, but again, this just on this RSI, there's a bit of divergence still running in there, and it's stalling. Now again, daily pivot above. If we was to see something that was bullish, I almost doubt it at the moment, but if something triggered these markets to the upside, well, that'd be fine. But at the moment, everything looks weak, and it's really waiting for the retraces for me. Dollar yen, same old, same old. Saying that before I even look at it, because I know what it's going to be like. There we go, chop and roll. It just continues into that picture. There's little to be done there for me on the dollar yen. So moving on quickly to the Aussie dollar. Aussie, well, it's been doing pretty well. It ended up on a bit of a down day yesterday. Did push up. It is the strongest one of the strongest pairs at the moment, if not the strongest, much of the time. However, even though it's still holding up there, it's looking a bit soft, and we'll see what happens here this morning. It's a break of these lows here. Could see it continuing drifting off. This is one I'd rather be long on than short on. So whilst the European markets I'd rather be short than long, here I'd really rather be long on. And I know we've got the potential. If it puts a lower high in by breaking these lows over here, well then I'll change my mind a bit more and might see an opportunity to sell. However, I think it's much more difficult path to the downside, and I'd rather wait until it's found some support and then gave me a little signal to go long. Canadian dollar. Canadian dollars in Chop City, another one. It's just sort of literally side by side bars here. It has been for a while. Difficult one to assess in terms of where this is going to go. We've got oil data coming out later, OPEC meeting, etc. So it could well go just about anywhere. It does look like it's putting in a series of lower highs on this 4 hourly and lower lows. A break back below its daily pivot could signify more downside, and maybe down to its daily S1 at least, and perhaps those previous lows. But that level, I mentioned it yesterday and mentioned it a few times, around the old monthly pivot there. It provided support all last month, and it's doing so. The ghost element of that is still doing it, but at some stage, if it runs down there, it will break. But for now we're just seeing it continue bouncing off there. Okay, looking elsewhere, looking at the commodities, and just look at these from the outside. You see gold's already shoving up. The Ukrainian situation not helping at all. We're seeing, as I say, more of a shove here. It broke through my level I was talking about yesterday here. Had the alarm set up. It broke through that yesterday in the end, and just carried on pushing through to its monthly R1. Sorry, weekly R1. At the moment though, it looks like it's got more potential for the upside. But when it comes to buying, it wouldn't, for me, it wouldn't be from here. It's too close to prior highs there. Would need to wait for a retrace. So that's that. Oil. Now reserves are being reduced in places, but it's not stopping oil continuing to push up here, and we're sitting in the highest levels we've seen for quite some years, and it's been a goer, and that's it. It's just gone and gone. Wouldn't be trying to bet against this as much as yesterday. I was looking at it. When you see this sort of rollover situation where you're looking at it back here and you think, well, perhaps it'll go and fill the gap, but staying out of the short side pays dividends when you're going against the train's going this way, and best to wait for opportunities. Didn't catch one yesterday personally. I missed the move, but it's just continued onwards and upwards. Okay, let's have a look then at the other markets. Let's just switch charts, reconnect. Oh, we're on crypto, that's fine. We'll have a look at crypto. So Bitcoin, it's caught a bit of a continuation on Tuesday. Today it's still around this sort of pivotal area, around the 46,000 area. Is the key. It starts breaking above that, it's breaking then out of these prior lows. It looks like it's got potential, but just look at yesterday. It really slowed down after the previous day's surge. It could be running out of momentum quite quickly as it sits around here. As I say, that is a very pivotal area where it is. Ethereum not managing to push up quite so far. It's just a little bit more sluggish at the moment. Might have the legs in, but if Bitcoin turns, I would imagine most of these will turn with it. And Ripple, similar to Ethereum, they're not got the legs at the moment, but it looks like a trend line there for the breaking. But momentum yesterday, we ended up at dojis on these. They're just running out of oomph there. Same here with Cardano. You've got another doji. Just weak bars there as we're running through these markets. Binance, well, maybe got more to come on that. It's been looking the most having the best potential. Again, though, you might be wise to wait for the 45 area to be passed. Right, let's have a look at the indices. So down is the word. Sounds like a status quo song. Sorry for the young ones, they don't know what I'm talking about. CSI 300 then sold off here. The Nikkei 225 selling off. As I keep on saying, I remain bearish on all these markets. I can't do anything but they're soft. Let's have a look at the Nifty 50. Again, another bar that's running off, and they're technically soft, and retracements give opportunities for short positions at this stage. Looking at US markets before coming to Europe, and the futures here again yesterday selling off on the S&Ps, selling off today already. Nasdaq, same situation, and the Dow all selling off, and they to be fair, they've been selling off for some time, so this is just a continuation of the path that they're already in. I feel like a bit of a record going here, but that's the way that we should be trading them, looking for the shorts, not the longs. I know there'll be a lot of people thinking, well, this is the time to buy, this is the time to buy, just as I was looking at this is the time to short, as every one of these markets was pushing into new highs. So it's the time to short. For me anyway. FTSE, this is yesterday's price action. Actually, I'll come back to that in just a minute to see where it is, but I'd imagine looking at these other markets, the DAX is consolidated. I've talked about this lots of times. When you come out to the weekly look, there was the range, that was the pivotal point there. It's broken that last week, and really just seeing a continuation at the moment here, and I think this could just continue with the news that's sort of shaping up through the Europe there. So and the CAC, I'm on the weekly pivot, I know, a weekly pivot, weekly chart, there we go. Once again looking like it's going to break yesterday's lows there. Okay, FTSE, is it going to come on? Are we going to see it come on before I finish? Maybe, maybe not. It looks like maybe yes. There we go. It's just opened and it's not really moved anywhere quite yet then, but it does look bearish to me. I don't care what's happening here. There we go. It's working trying to work its way down there. Right, okay, that's it for me. I wish you a great day. What are we looking at there? Thoughts on the ASX 200? I'll give you those tomorrow. I'm sorry, I'll just come back to that one tomorrow morning, Ryan. Right, sorry Christina, but I've got to fly. Catch you in the morning. Bye for now.